Good morning, Nova Scotia. I'm Dan Budgell, and this is the Lighthouse Local for Wednesday, August the 5th. Here's what's happening across Nova Scotia this morning. We begin this morning by remembering one of the most recognizable voices in Canadian journalism. Canada is mourning the passing of longtime CTV national news anchor Lloyd Robertson, who has died at the age of 92. For generations of Canadians, Lloyd Robertson wasn't just someone who read the news. He helped define what trusted journalism looked like. Over a remarkable career spanning more than 6 decades, he guided viewers through some of the biggest stories in our country's history, from the moon landing and Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope to September 11th, federal elections, royal visits, and countless moments that shaped Canada. His calm, professional delivery earned the trust of millions of Canadians, and his nightly sign-off, "and that's the kind of day it's been," became one of the most recognizable phrases in Canadian broadcasting. Whether you watched him every evening or only tuned in during major events, there's no question he left an incredible mark on journalism in this country. Here at Lighthouse Radio, we believe local journalism matters more than ever. Lloyd Robertson inspired generations of reporters and broadcasters by showing that credibility is earned through fairness, accuracy, and service to the public. His legacy will continue to influence newsrooms across Canada for many years to come. Our thoughts are with his families, friends, colleagues, and the millions of Canadians who welcomed him into their home each evening. Around Nova Scotia, a growing number of Nova Scotia emergency room physicians say burnout continues to be one of the biggest challenges facing our healthcare systems. Recent national research found that many emergency doctors are considered leaving the profession because of overwhelming workloads, overcrowded emergency departments, and increased pressure on frontline staff. Here in Nova Scotia, emergency medicine leaders say those findings reflect what physicians are experiencing every day, and they're continuing to call for a long-term solution that improves working conditions while helping recruit and retain more doctors across the province. It's a reminder that behind every emergency room visit are healthcare professionals working long hours to provide the best care they can under increasingly difficult circumstances. The Lighthouse forecast. It's shaping up to be another beautiful summer day across Nova Scotia. Expect a mix of sun and clouds with afternoon highs reaching between 23 and 26 inland, while coastal communities stay a little cooler with an onshore breeze. Humidity remains fairly comfortable throughout the day, making it a great day to get outside. The UV index will be high this afternoon, so if you're spending time outdoors, don't forget the sunscreen. There's only a slight chance of an isolated shower developing in a few inland communities later today, but for most of the province, it should stay dry right through the evening. Overnight temperatures will settle back into the mid-teens under partly cloudy skies. Time for the Lighthouse Road Watch. The roads are looking good across Nova Scotia this morning, with traffic returning to its normal weekday patterns. Driver can expect the usual slowdowns heading into Halifax along the Highway 102, the Bedford Highway, Magazine Hill, and both Harbour Bridges during the morning commute. If you're traveling through one of the many construction zones across the province today, remember to slow down, leave plenty of room for road crews, and give yourself a little extra travel time. In Lighthouse sports, the Halifax Tides put together an impressive performance despite coming up just short in the W Canadian Championship quarterfinals. The Tides built an early 2-goal lead thanks to a pair of goals from Jordan Rhodes before Ottawa battled back to force extra time. Ottawa eventually scored the winner in the 107th minute, taking the match 3-2. Halifax now turns its focus back to the Northern Super League action as the regular season continues. The Halifax Wanderers are also back on the training pitch this week as they prepare for another important Canadian Premier League match. Every point is becoming increasingly valuable as the playoff race tightens heading into the late summer schedule. If your community group is planning a fundraiser, a festival, a charity event, market, or a special gathering, we'd love to help spread the word. Submitting your event is free through the Lighthouse Radio Community Calendar, helping connect communities from Cape Breton to Yarmouth and everywhere in between. Supporting local communities is what Lighthouse Radio is all about. Thank you to everyone who have downloaded the Lighthouse Radio app. We're now available on both the Apple App Store and Google Play, making it easier than ever to take Lighthouse Radio with you wherever you go. Whether you're at home, at work, or traveling across Nova Scotia, local news, local weather, and local stories are always just a tap away. If you have a news tip, a community event, or a story you think deserves attention, we'd love to hear from you. Local journalism starts with our communities, and together we can build a stronger voice for Nova Scotia. This is your Lighthouse Local for Wednesday, August the 5th. I'm Dan Budgell. Thank you for supporting local journalism. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Nova Scotia. Proudly supported by Sackville Driving School.